It's 2 a.m. You just sat down, finally, after an hour of rocking, shushing, and tiptoeing across a creaky floor. And then it happens. The second your body hits the chair, they cry. You go back. You pick them up. They stop. Immediately. You put them down again. They cry. You go back. They stop. And somewhere in your sleep-deprived brain, a terrible thought creeps in. Is my baby doing this on purpose? The answer is yes and no, and it's so much more fascinating than either. Stay with me, because what I'm about to tell you will completely change how you see your baby. And honestly, it might make you love them even more. Here's the thing. When most of us hear the word manipulation, we think scheming. We think someone making a calculated plan to get what they want at our expense. But your baby isn't a tiny villain plotting against you in their crib. What your baby is doing is something far more extraordinary. It's called adaptive social intelligence, and scientists have been quietly stunned by it for decades. Here's the simple version. Your baby came into this world completely helpless. Their entire survival, literally their life, depends on keeping you close, keeping you engaged, and keeping you emotionally bonded to them. So nature built them a toolkit, not one filled with words or muscles or logic. They don't have those yet, but a toolkit filled with timing, expression, and sound. And they use it with a precision that has actually shocked scientists. Researchers from UC San Diego decided to study something most of us assume is simple and sweet, a baby's smile. When you smile at your baby, what do you want? You want them to smile back, right? You want that mutual moment of pure joy, both of you grinning at each other. That feels like the whole point. But scientists found that your baby has a completely different goal. They don't want to smile with you. They want you to smile at them while they stay cool and composed. Babies as young as 4 months strategically time their smiles to get maximum smiling from you, while doing as little smiling themselves as possible. The researchers were so surprised by this that they built a robot baby to test the theory on adults. The robot used the exact same smile strategy real babies use, and adults responded exactly like the baby's mothers did. They're not just smiling randomly. Your baby is 4 months old, and they have already figured out the most efficient way to get your full, beaming, devoted attention. That's not manipulation. That's genius. Okay, let's talk about the fake cry, because I know you've seen it, and I know it drives you absolutely crazy. A Japanese psychologist named Dr. Hiroko Nakayama spent weeks carefully watching 2 babies. She called them Baby R and Baby M, recording every single crying episode and what happened right before and after. And one day, something remarkable happened with Baby R. At around 11 months old, she let out a cry, but the footage showed she was perfectly happy just seconds before. And then, the moment her mother walked over, Baby R flashed a huge smile. Busted. Completely adorably busted. But here's the part that might surprise you. Dr. Nakayama didn't call this alarming. She called it a sign of emotional health. She said that babies who can fake cry are showing that they understand cause and effect. They know that a specific sound produces a specific response from you. That is the earliest form of communication. For most of human history, we thought babies were basically blank, passive little creatures who just reacted to the world, waiting to develop. Science has spent the last 30 years proving that completely wrong. Newborns, within hours of birth, can already imitate facial expressions. A baby just 12 hours old can watch an adult stick out their tongue and do the same thing back. They can recognize their mother's voice and prefer it over a stranger's. They show something that looks almost like expectation, a sense that the world around them should respond. They arrive wired for connection. Every behavior that looks like manipulation is actually your baby's nervous system doing exactly what it was designed to do. Reach out, pull you in, and build the most important relationship of their life. Which brings us to the question every exhausted parent is thinking right now. If I keep responding every time, am I spoiling them? Am I making this worse? Here is the part that will make you exhale deeply. For 60 years, 60, researchers have been studying what happens when parents respond quickly to a crying baby versus parents who wait or ignore or try to train the baby not to expect a response. The findings are consistent, overwhelming, and completely counterintuitive. The babies whose parents responded quickly and consistently They cried less, not more, less. They developed more trust, more security, more independence later on, because they had learned at the deepest level that the world was safe, that when they reached out, someone reached back. The babies left to cry it out without response, they cried more. They showed more anxiety. They had a harder time self-soothing long term. This is the work that started with a researcher named Mary Ainsworth in the 1960s. Responding to your baby is not losing, it's winning. It's doing precisely the thing that builds the kind of child who one day won't need to cry for your attention, because they already trust it will come. The manipulation you're falling for? It's building their brain every single time. I want to go back to baby R for a moment, because I think this story does something that no amount of science can quite do on its own. Baby R is 11 months old. She has no words. She can't say, "Mom, I miss you," or "I need you close right now." She doesn't have those tools yet. All she has is her face, her voice, and whatever she has figured out moves her mother. So she cries, not out of pain, not out of hunger, out of longing. And the moment her mother appears, she smiles, because that was the whole point, not the crying, the arrival. Think about the last time your baby did something like that. The moment you walked in and their face lit up like you were the most important thing that had ever existed. They weren't playing you. They were telling you something no 11-month-old has the words to say. "You are my whole world. Please don't go." So here's what I want you to actually do with everything we've talked about today. Because this isn't just interesting, it's something you can use the next time you're at the end of your rope at midnight. The next time you feel played, when the crying stops the second you pick them up, when you find yourself thinking, "They're doing this on purpose," I want you to say this to yourself: "My baby is brilliant, and this is working exactly as nature intended." That's not you giving in. That's you understanding what is actually happening. Your baby is not your opponent. They are your collaborator. They are doing the most sophisticated thing a creature their size has ever evolved to do, keeping you close, building a bond strong enough to last a lifetime. And every time you respond, every time you go back, pick them up, make eye contact, smile when they smile, you are telling them something that will shape who they become. You are saying, "You matter. I hear you. I'm here." Your baby times their smiles to work you. They fake cry when they want you close. They have been socially intelligent since the moment they were born. And responding to all of it every single time is the best thing you can do for them. They are not manipulating you. They are trusting you. And there is nothing more genius or more beautiful than that. Save this video for the next 2 a.m. when you need to hear it again, because you will. And when that moment comes, you'll know exactly what to do.